Welcome to Coming Out of the Dark podcast, a podcast like none other, where women are empowered, encouraged, and uplifted to be the best version of themselves. Get ready to come from darkness into light with a passion to fulfill purpose. Here is your host, Miss Lady O.
Hello, beautiful people. It is I, Miss Lady O, and I am so happy to be with you for yet another episode of Coming Out of the Dark. I hope that you are feeling well. I hope that you are feeling beautiful. You feel confident, that you feel encouraged, that you feel that your voice matters, that you feel supported. I'm hoping that you have all of those feelings right now, because that is the thing that's going to strengthen you as you move through your journey of achieving, of growing, of being. Well, for those of you who are listening to me for the very first time, I am Lady O, your empowerment coach, and this is Coming Out of the Dark podcast, where we come together to empower, encourage, and uplift each other. I love to say that, each other. I want to share that this platform is in celebration of the life and memory of my beautiful sister, Glennis Marie Boyce. Now, she is the inspiration for this platform, and all that I do is in celebration of her life, and what she means to me. So I always love to go a little bit deeper, just so that you can feel supported, you can understand where I'm coming from. You know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, but like I said at the top, I am a certified empowerment coach. I don't only hold one certification, but I hold multiple. So I want you to feel supported. I want you to feel that you can have trust in the information that I share. Not to say that everything is all right, because it all depends on the matter of your perspective on a situation. But I don't take what I do lightly, and I don't share just aimlessly, but I share with purpose and intention. So my goal is to partner with women who are ready to break the cycle of self-sabotaging thoughts and beliefs so that they can build healthy relationships, own their identity, and confidently achieve their desired goals. It's for that reason it is my life's purpose to encourage, empower, and uplift. And I'm honored to have this moment that you are listening to me. I'm honored to have this moment with you. And I'm just so honored to have this platform. I mean, when I think about how this platform started back in, I would say in 2020, I didn't know I would still be doing it at this point. I didn't quite know what it was, but I knew it was something that God has given me. And I think I definitely needed an outlet at that time. My sister passed away in July of 2020, and I was in therapy at the time. I knew that, empowering other people was something that I've always was meant to do. Is my life's purpose. I've been doing it way past 2020. I had a company called Women of Divine Excellence at that time. And at that time, I was sending out monthly newsletters to women to empower, encourage, and uplift them. At that time, my logo was a crown and it had jewels in it. And it was just so beautiful. And, the way that God brought that to me, I'll definitely share at another time. But it has definitely been a beautiful journey of ups and downs, ins and outs. And it's just been, sometimes I looked at it as challenging because I believed in I would be at a certain place at a certain time. And I think that we all tend to feel that way with life, that we feel like when we have a dream, we have a desire, we have something that we want to obtain, we feel like we're going to be there at a desired expected time in our own time frame. But I think what we don't take into consideration along our journey in pursuing our purpose is that there are things that God knows that we need to develop on. And He knows that if He gives us that way too soon, that we will either mishandle it, we would either miscarry, or we will abort the purpose that He has given us. I believe as far as you can dream, big as you can dream, we should do that, because God will see to it that we will get there. But just because you dream it today, it does not mean that you're going to have it tomorrow. And I know that I was in that situation, especially during the pandemic. This is when everyone was just having a new lease on life, and we were seeing life through different lenses, and we realized that life, it can end at any moment. We're watching people die at record numbers, and we're like, oh my goodness, I have to do what God has purpose in my heart to do. Many of us turn to YouTube. We turn to our desire that God has given us. We turn to Clubhouse and social media platforms. And we're launching courses and inviting people in to learn what we have in our hearts, in the journey that we travel. We want to invite people in. And there was such a craze at that time. And even at that time, we believed for big things. That was the word. That was the word. Do you believe? Do you believe? If you believe, then why you're not doing this or that? If you believe, let's see the evidence of your belief. Believe that you're going to get that $1 million. Believe that you're going to get 10 clients in 20 days or 5 days or 10 days. And there's nothing wrong with believing. There is nothing wrong with it. We're supposed to believe and believe big. But what we believe for does not mean that it will manifest right then and there. For some, God has been waiting for you to step onto that plate and say, I'm up, coach. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to take this race. And He's like, finally, I know your yes. Not the yes from your mouth, but the yes from your heart. I know it. I hear it. I feel it. And I'm going to give it to you right here. He knows that what you've been through in your lifetime, that you are well prepared to receive what He wants to give you today. Well, then there's others who God is like, I hear your yes. I hear it from your mouth, and I also hear a level of it from your heart, but I also hear the uncertainty too. I also hear that you don't fully believe. I also see that you have so much to learn. So I'm going to give that to you, but I need to take you through a journey process. I need to help you to learn a few things. But if you stay with me, if you partner with me, if you believe in me, if you trust in me, then trust and know that you're going to receive that very thing that you're looking for at your appointed time. When I say that, I automatically recall the message from Sunday service where Bishop talked about that. This is your year 2024. You have to go after it with all confidence. I believe we all start the year off and we're ready. Some of us are running so fast at the top of the year that we haven't properly prepared ourselves to endure. because we don't know what life has in store. Life has in store the unexpected things. And when that hits you, can you still continue to run the race at the pace in which you are going? Is this your season where perhaps you're starting the race by studying? You're starting the race by being still. You're starting the race by being quiet. I can share with you, at the top of 2024, I would say maybe at the top of the close of December, I realized that, you know what, I need to get more revenue coming in. And because I'm a student, I pay for my education. It's very expensive, as you all know. I spoke about this my last year at Regent University, and now the expenses are real. They are real. And on top of that, I'm a homeowner. I'm a caregiver. I have this business. It has expenses, as well as I have other things, life expenses. And it's like, what am I going to do? And I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I was sharing this with her, and I was like, you know what, if I just have to stop school, then oh well, so be it. I'll just have to stop. I'll continue whenever I need to continue. Well, mind you, like I said, I'm a senior. I graduate in December, but I actually walk in May of 2025. But in December will be the last of my classes. And I will be degreed at that time. And I was just convincing myself, so busy convincing myself that that's the way for me to go. Why? Because realistically, I don't have the resources to be able to fund my life and my education. Although my education is so important to me, but I just don't have it, and I can't make it happen. But you know what? I don't have to. As I'm driving down the winding road on my way to visit my mother, after I hung up the phone with my friend, I felt in my spirit that you still have resources that you have not tapped into. You can get a part-time job. And I was like, why? Why would I need to get a part-time job when I have a business and I have this and I have that? Like, God, all of this is here for you to bless me in these avenues, but why should I take on a part-time job? And I just said, okay, if this is your will and this is what you want me to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. Because obviously, this is something that you placed in my heart to do. So I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to apply. I applied to, I'll never forget, this happened to be on a Friday, Saturday. I applied to so many different part-time jobs. I applied to everything. By Monday, I had 4 interviews. I was like, oh, wow, this took me off guard. So okay, well, let me go ahead and interview. Then I landed a part-time job. And it was like, oh my God. Okay, well, God, I'm going to walk this out. Because I do believe that you could bless me in any area possible. You're not restricted in anything, because life, the world, and my life and my circumstances are in your hands. So I have no other reason but to trust you, even when it doesn't look like it make any sense. I have to trust you. Even though you can bless me through revenue from my podcast, I'm going to trust you. Even though you can bless me through the masterclass that I have, I'm still going to trust you. Even though you can bless me through Miss Lady O's closet with all of the merchandise I have, I'm still going to trust you, because when I weigh all of that against having a part-time job. Realistically, it doesn't make sense. But it makes sense to God. So here I am working a part-time job that doesn't even give me the hours that I necessarily need. But that doesn't matter, because there's something greater. If He gave it to me, there's a purpose for it. And I am that woman that I step up to the plate and I find out why you have me here. I'm not weak. I'm not a timid person by far. I'm going to go through the battle. I know that God got me. He's going to protect me. But I'm going to go through. If I know it's His voice, trust and know I'm going to journey through the challenges of life. I did it in so many areas of my life already. So He's already showed me how He can take me through. That I'm already guaranteed a good outcome. But I have to have the courage, the faith. I have to believe that I'm going to be okay walking through this. Why do I say this? I believe that many of us are giving up prematurely on the things that we want God to bless us with. We start off the race running when we should be walking. Those walking should probably be crawling, and some of us should be resting. Resting is also believing, because it's what you do in your rest that matters. It's not that you rest and do nothing. You rest and you do what God places in your heart. When you rest, you are more sensitive to the Holy Spirit. You're more sensitive to hear God's voice. So when you're my greatest moments with God, I have to be honest with you, is when I am resting. When I tell you that this weekend has been one of the most beautiful, terrific weekends I've had in a long time, I don't lie. I plan to have to work my part-time job. I plan to, that's going to take up most of my weekend. And, I have other things I wanted to do, but those things didn't come to fruition and things just fell apart. But it fell apart with meaning. I say that to say that I still had a beautiful moment, because I woke up and I said, oh God, thank you for waking me up. This is on Saturday morning. I said, God, thank you for waking me up. You know what? This is our day together. Whatever you want me to do, just let me know. So throughout the day, I kept checking. God, what do you want to do today? God, what do you want to do? And I tell you, I had the most beautiful time. I had the most beautiful time of rest. I had the most beautiful time of cleaning up in certain areas. I had the most beautiful time cooking, which is one of my loves to do. And I had the most beautiful time just remembering my mother, as I was cooking, because she's so important to me. I just lit a candle in the house. I had the beautiful aroma going up. Oh, and one thing I did do, which is I love this. So I play music throughout my house on all levels of my home. So no matter where I went in my home, the music was playing. Upstairs, I heard the music. When I went downstairs to the dining area, I heard the music. When I went down to the basement area, I heard the music. And music feeds my soul. It uplifts me. It encourages me. So I want to encourage you that as you're moving through life, it's not going to be pretty all the time. You're going to have moments of indecision. You're going to even wonder, why am I even still doing this? This is costing me more financially than anything else. But that's not the reason why you're in it. You're not doing what you're doing for financial gain. And if you are, you need to question, are you in the right place? Because what you're doing is bringing impact to not only your life, but the lives of other people around you. You're providing a service to people. And you might just have to do something that you never wanted to do before. You might have to take on something additional. You might have to let something go. You may have to give something away. But regardless of what, you have to believe. You have to believe that you will walk into your dream. You're actually living your dream each and every day. You haven't reached the moment where your dream is providing that financial resource for you the way that you want it. That's possible. Or giving you the peace that you're looking for. That's possible. Supporting you to the place of where you're able to take care of your family. That's possible. Hey, I'm even saying, God, my mother's in a nursing home. I don't want her to be there. I would love for her to be with me so I can hire a nurse. I can hire people to help me to care for my mother so I can give her the life that she desires. God can do it. He gave me the blueprint to set up a business that if it can funnel resources on various levels. So if it's not happening now, it's because it's not the time. And I have to keep moving. I can't stop. Hey, you can't stop. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Remember that moment when that dream first came to you. How you felt. It mattered to you so much. It brought you excitement. Initially, you wanted to throw all of your resources to it. You might have moved too fast, and now you're fatigued. It's okay to admit that. I've been there. Fatigued. Listen, I thought I was going to release a podcast once a month, and here I am releasing it every 2 weeks because God helped me to find my passion again, to help me to find my voice, to help me to find the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's because I want to bring impact into the world. I want to touch lives. I want to bring people's stories to life. I want this to be a tool that people can rely on as a resource in addition to other things. I want to let people know that they matter. I want to let them know that God believes in them and not to give up on God. I want to be a voice for the little girl inside of me that wanted to feel like she belonged. And now she does, because she carved out her own way. I'm stronger. I'm confident. I'm courageous. I am bold. I am beautiful. I am sexy. I walk in my own lane and I own it. My identity is something that was crafted for me every single year from the day that I was born. And I got so much further to go. And so do you. So believe. Not for you. Believe for God, because He believes in you. So with that being said, I launched a new segment in my podcast, and it's called Shining Light. And this is not something I thought of. I really did. I thought this up by myself, but I did it. God gave this to me because He said, listen, it is time to shine the light on stories of women that are walking on this earth. And listen, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, I'm ready, God. Let's do this. He's given me the blueprints each and every day. I fall and I walk according to His leading. And He helped me to craft a beautiful ad for Shining Light, and I sent it out all on social media, and this is a paid ad, by the way. So sometimes you gotta invest in what you want. You have to invest in your growth. You have to invest. And I have a shining light moment, and I am so thankful for it. So today's shining light moment comes from a beautiful lady, and her name is Shazia. So this is her story. In 2021, I lost my mom. She passed away suddenly. She was my best friend. Us against the world. Then I moved back home with my family. Tried to help and be supportive, but nothing was working until I surrendered to God. I got on my knees and asked Him to heal me from my pain. He did. Day by day, it got better. He brought people in my life that lifted me up, showed me love, started discipleship, which led me to forgiveness of my father and allowing us to become closer. Then I started writing music and songs, bringing hope and uplifting people through them, combining fiction and faith, creating lyrics that keeps God first and give hope also on my Facebook, which is Shazia. I put lyrics and encouraging words on my YouTube, which is Azia3337. I provide uplifting words and wisdom that the Lord has given me. Now I share my experiences to help others. Well, Shazia, thank you so much for your empowering story. It is so uplifting. And wow, your courage. I know what it's like to be in that close partnership with your mother. And I feel your heart as you decided to make decisions to bring unity and to support your family. And I see how God has had a call on your heart to do some great works. I pray for God's blessings upon you as you move forward. I pray that everything that you do it with the heartbeat and the intention of God, that you find trust in Him, and that for each person that goes to your Facebook or YouTube page, that they will be empowered, encouraged, and uplifted. I pray blessings upon blessings upon blessings, that it will overtake you to the point that you are overwhelmed, that your cup runneth over, and that you can't help but to give to others. But more importantly, it is my prayer that the light of God shall radiate from you, from the words that you speak to the words that you type, from every lyric that you sing to the poetry or whatever type of writings that you put together. I pray that God's light radiates from it and that women are saved and blessed. For those of you who want to visit her Facebook page, it is, I'm going to spell it for you, S as in Sam, H as in Harry, A, Z as in Zebra, I-A. And her YouTube channel is Azia 3337. Well, my sisters, my friends, we are here at the concluding of this podcast episode. And all I can say is, I hope you are blessed. I hope that you receive what I said at the top, and more importantly, that you were able to receive from the shining light moment. God is speaking, but the question is are you listening? Or are you only tuned in to what you want to receive, what you want to do? Are you only focused on your will? We all have purpose and we have meaning, and you are a beautiful light that is shining bright. So thank you again. If you want to stay in contact, feel free to email me at ladyo@comingoutofthedarkpodcast.com. You can feel free to visit my platform at missladio.com, as well as my YouTube channel, which is Coming Out of the Dark Podcast. I look forward to connecting with you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please subscribe to this podcast and like, share, and follow on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, be well, be safe, and be kind to yourself.